Jaco the Clown lives in a delusional world. Each Tuesday, also known as Jaco Tuesday, he is released from the safety of the Acme Mental Hospital in order to host his own podcast show, See My Mind. Welcome to the show.
Greetings, dear viewers, and welcome to See My Mind, the greatest podcast in the world. I'm your host, Jaco. Well, there was quite a reaction from the beachgoer community after last week's episode entitled The Lifeguard. But the strongest reaction came from Somalia, where apparently they are desperately in need of my lifeguard services to patrol their beaches. Although I don't have time to craft a response on my memo machine today, please allow me to clarify on the air that I'm retired as a lifeguard and am most unfortunately unable to honor your request. I suggest contacting the fine folks over at Baywatch for their assistance. Bobby, I can see Dr. Snedley pacing around the control room like a man possessed. So, before I'm interrupted as per usual, is there something you wish to say to me?
Yeah, Jaco. Thank you for noticing. Dr. Snedley is definitely ready to get to the hypnosis segment now.
Fine, Bobby. Tell him to get on with it then.
Okay, Jaco, get comfortable and close your eyes, and when you hear the snap of my fingers, you'll be deep asleep, but still able to hear my voice. And... Now, Jaco, I want to take you back to your days as an ophthalmologist.
And the eyes have it, Dr. Snedley.
Well, tell me about how you became an ophthalmologist, Jaco.
I believe I was in the 7th grade when I checked out a book from the school library entitled The Eyeball and All Its Parts. I was fascinated. The eyeball is an organ, you know. What followed was lots of schooling and interning, blah, blah, blah. Truth is, I couldn't wait to get my hands on people's eyeballs, Dr. Snedley. That was my motivation.
Well, did you go to work with a medical group after interning?
No, I immediately opened my own clinic called the Blind Faith Eye Clinic. At my clinic, I perform typical procedures as well as some one-of-a-kind procedures.
Well, what are some of the one-of-a-kind procedures, Jaco?
The most popular would be my eye transplant surgeries. I'm the only ophthalmologist on the planet who can perform them. When human eye donors weren't available, I had success using harvested eyeballs from donor farm animals. I also had a laboratory where I worked on my experiments.
Tell me about your experiments, Jaco.
Well, much of what is routine for me today began as mere experiments in my laboratory. For example, there is my eye drop product that I call my supervision solution. It cures every eyeball ailment known to man, so you'll never need to wear glasses or contact lenses ever again. Plus, it works on people who already have normal vision. It will improve your vision from 20/20 all the way down to 25. That means you'll be able to see things at 20 feet away that others will have to be 5 feet away to see.
That's amazing. Is this product already approved and available for purchase?
Well, that's the sticky part of it, Dr. Snedley. The FDA refuses to test my product because it would literally put every optometrist and ophthalmologist in the world out of business. So they've blackballed me. That's why I've been forced to sell my eye drops on the black market out of the trunk of my Studebaker.
That must be difficult. How much do you charge for your eye drops?
Due to the corrupt FDA and their restrictions, I'm forced to sell each bottle for $475,000. Cash only. I have many satisfied customers in the Hamptons and Dubai.
Well, it sounds like you don't need to develop any other vision products then.
That's wildly inaccurate. I've developed a host of vision products that would astound you, Dr. Snedley.
Well, tell me about them, Jaco.
Well, I have a full line of robotic eyeballs I call designer eyes. You just choose the feature you want installed from the menu, and they're custom made for you. And they're interchangeable. The most popular features are the ultra magnification feature, which has full electron microscope capability, and the scanning feature, which comes with 7 terabytes of memory and Bluetooth connectivity. I also have infrared and ultraviolet models and an X-ray model for seeing through solid material and clothing. There are many others. The best deal is to purchase one of my variety packs, which all come with my premium lubricant and a handy carry case.
Well, that's unbelievable, Jaco.
Yes, it's rather remarkable. Customers just pop them in and out when needed. Most of my designer eye customers have perfect vision already, but want a little something extra.
Is there anything else you're working on?
Yes. For a while I was developing a third eyeball. You can choose where you want it installed, but it was originally designed for a back-of-the-head installation. However, I abandoned that product in favor of what I consider to be the ultimate vision solution. It's how I see the future of vision, Dr. Snedley.
Well, what is it, Jaco?
I call it the crap eye. It's an acronym that stands for Cyclops Replacement Articulating Prosthetic. Once perfected, it will be installed in the center of your forehead and replace both human eyes, freeing up that space for something else. It will contain all the features from my other designer eye creations and so much more. You'll be able to see straight into the soul of other people. Plus, it has a built-in map of all 7 continents and full GPS. It will set the standard for interpersonal communication and individual self-awareness, the likes of which have never been seen or ever even imagined. Everyone in the world will want my crap eye.
Well, that's just an amazing story, Jaco. Well, thank you for sharing it with me once again today. You created such a beautiful painting of your days as an ophthalmologist, and I know you want to see it, so let's bring you back now. Okay, look deep into my eyes, and when I snap my fingers, you'll be on stage in your unveiling theater. And...
Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening, everyone. Well, I'll never forget my days as an ophthalmologist, giving the gift of sight to those in need, and so much more. Well, now it's time for me to pull the cord to reveal my masterpiece painting entitled The Ophthalmologist.
And so it was. Please stay tuned for next week's episode of See My Mind, entitled The Kindergarten Teacher, starring Jaco the Clown.